Diffraction and interference. When waves come to an obstacle, they bend around it, changing the shape of the wave. So here we have an obstacle, this red over here, and here's the other slide. When our wave fronts come over here, and by the way, they used to look like this, but over a long period of time, they tend to straighten out. So when we take a tangent line, it looks like this. The waves look like they get regenerated through this large opening. When we have a small opening, same thing happens, except you can see these waves look a little different. They're a little more curvy than the large opening. Interference, okay, we did diffraction on the previous slide, now we're going to talk about interference. That's when two colliding waves merge or superimpose on one another. The superposition wave has an amplitude that is the resultant of the two waves, kind of like adding vectors. If interference creates a larger wave, we have constructive interference. If interference nullifies the wave, we have destructive interference. So here we have two waves. In the first case, if we add these two together, you get a flat line here. That's destructive interference, right? Every maximum here is balanced off by a minimum here. You add them together, you get zero. Constructive is when they're in the exact same position. So the maximum match and the minimum match, when you add them together, you get a bigger wave in the same shape. That is constructive interference. The double slit experiment, one of the more famous experiments in the history of physics. Thomas Young combined the ideas of interference, which is happening over here, and diffraction, which is happening over here, to show that light was a wave. As light passes through the two slits, have a slit here, hence the name double slit, it is diffracted or bent around the edges. You can see that over there. The diffracted waves from each slit interfere with each other, causing a series of bright and dark spots on a screen. A diffraction grating is similar to Young's double slit arrangement, except there are thousands of slits instead of just two. This spreads out the bright spots on the screen. There are only a few bright spots with more dark space between them.